Good morning. I have got a lot to update you on. I've had some major highs and some major lows, and actually in the last 15 hours I've probably had some of the worst time that I've had over the last few months. And guess what? It's because I decided to start opening up and talking to someone. I've had my dog sick. He may as well he's just barked there. Coughed, sorry. And yeah, so I need to update you on everything that's been going on, and we'll talk about it, and I'll talk about why I think I'm feeling down and what I know I need to do to get myself to feel better. So anyway, I'd had that incredible second date with that girl, and then it actually flowed so hard from there. She was off on holiday. I think we've met up like another 3 or 4 times since. Just out for like a couple of beers and a pizza. That was a great night, really intimate, special. And then a couple more kind of coffee dates and stuff like that and hanging out. And you know what? I started to feel really warmed to her, but it all started to go wrong. It's all started to go wrong, but I don't know if it's me overanalyzing or if there's definitely something wrong here, or is it just her? All this work I've done to try and improve myself, why do I feel like it's going wrong again? I don't feel like I've done anything wrong, but we'll talk about it. So I'm starting to feel quite open, and of course as soon as I speak the wind picks up. My ADHD is going mental today. I feel like everything is against me. Every time I try to record, the wind literally seems to get more in my face and in my microphone, and like sounds from people cutting grass and cars driving past. I'm having a really bad day. Right, so how it went wrong? Well, I'm starting to get comfortable with this girl, and we talk more and more about things, and she sort of asked me the story as to what happened with my ex, which is quite a traumatic story. It was about 3 years ago it finished, but I thought I would unload this a little bit, you know, and I'd said that when we broke up she took away my other dog, didn't look after it properly, and it got ran over by a car on the street. So I've got some trauma with the dog passing away, and also I had to pay the emergency vet bill, and when the insurance paid her back, she never ever did give me this money. So I sort of explained that story. She took my dog, killed it, and robbed me of a couple of grand, right? Not the best story in the world, but it was 3 years ago. Anyway, so as I was telling her this story, we were enjoying some pan-fried salmon, homemade chips, and loads of other things that we'd went out to the shop and bought. Well, I'd bought €45 worth of shopping, and I brought out the wallet immediately. Ask for nothing. To be honest, I don't think she even offered. I've paid for every beer, every coffee at this stage, and she always says please and thanks. Well, just thanks. She doesn't say please pay. She says thanks for me paying, and that's fine. I don't mind doing that. And we actually spoke about this, and I said, well, I think it's the right thing to do, especially the fact you always drive to see me. So it's fair enough. Anyway, so recent trauma stories, you know, like fair enough, they're bad. Everyone's got a trauma story. But really these were about losing a dog and then going on to talk about the insurance. And you know what, when I think about it now, I just preemptively said, like, I like to pay for the things because she does the travelling, and I like her, I like spending time with her, and also I'm a man and I believe in that, so I sort of said that. However, after, it's still going fine after that, and I saying bye, and we'll see each other on Friday, which is coming up. I then didn't really get any contact for a few hours, but that's fine. And then I got a late night message about 9:30 at night, and she was saying that she'd been thinking that she felt I was a bit traumatised from the ex, and I was counting up all of the things I paid for her, and she said she felt a bit comfortable that she'd want to be with someone that wasn't really thinking like that, because she can survive on her own. She's got her own place and her own car, and I just felt like it was a huge misunderstanding. I sent out a carefully thought out reply. I said I appreciated her stressing this concern, but I'd said at the time I had no trauma over the money. My only trauma was the dog, and I absolutely wasn't, you know, keeping tabs on everything that I was paying for. I've actually realised now I forgot to clarify I was doing it as a preemptive thought of I didn't want her feeling comfortable, and that's why I'd mentioned it. Anyway, I sent out a well thought out reply, sort of addressing everything within a few minutes, you know, and then she never got back to me, and I noticed she'd been online because she'd posted a story, so she'd probably read my message. It's now 1 in the afternoon and she's still not got back to me, so I'm feeling a bit out of sorts at the moment. So because she's put me on the back foot, said all of that, I've replied. I'm feeling a bit vulnerable at the moment. I've got major rejection sensitivity. My morning routine was horrible. I had a terrible sleep. I woke up at like 4 in the morning after 4 hours sleep. I then fell back asleep till like 9 in the morning. I looked on my phone for like 2 hours, still awaiting a reply, scrolling through reels and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting about. The kitchen was a bit of a mess from making our lunch yesterday. And honestly, I could have just easily sat there all day, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to get up, get a shower, tidy up my kitchen, and now I'm at a walk, vlogging about it to try and make myself feel better. And I do feel a bit better already because I've got this done, the dog's been walked and things like that. I'm going to go back now and hope that she's replied. And I think I'm just going to have to set some boundary on this and try and explain again that stuff like this is very, very difficult for me to deal with. So I keep stopping the video because the sounds are really annoying me. Like the cars feel extra loud. I can hear people's feet scuffing behind me as I'm recording. I can hear the cars approaching up behind me. I really find when I get a bit anxious or stressed out, stuff like this really, my sensory side of ADHD really comes out, and I start to get irritated with a lot of simple things. But I do feel like I'm a bit on the back foot at the moment now. Like, I don't know if she's replied yet, and it's all I'm thinking about. And what's worrying me is, what a dickhead, man, that is so annoying. What's worrying me is I've worked so hard over the last few months and years, been single for a while, really sorted myself out with this routine and dedication and focus, and actually it's just taken me just over a week to get a little bit attached to someone, to the point that them bringing up a concern, mentioning it to me, and then not replying for half a day can put me in such a downer, put me on such a negative mindset to the point, you know, I almost didn't get out today just thinking about it. Couldn't be bothered getting up and doing anything. So I'm so happy I've forced myself. It's been a stressful walk, but definitely talking about it into this stupid camera has helped me a lot. Anyway, I guess now it's a wait and see. You know, I'll give her till late tonight to reply. Then I might just leave it, just never talk to her again, or I maybe send one message just saying I'm pretty unhappy, because I feel like I have been very clear on what kind of person I am, and she shouldn't be doing this to me. It's not fair to address concerns like that when things are going so well face to face, and then have them reply and you don't even take the time to respond to it. I'm taking the fact that there's been no message as a message in itself. Anyway, look forward to the next update.